Hello, folks. Me here, you there. I just kind of wanted to test out the live features on here. I've never actually done it in any real consistent capacity, but my name is CF Dalton. If you don't know me, I'm a disabled veteran. I've written, several fiction books and poetry, but I also wrote a history on the Christian calendar, which, you know, whether you like it or not, we have a Christian calendar. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. It was created by monks, for Christians, and slapping BCE and CE doesn't really change anything. So, yeah, that's your, history moment of the day. Diesel Unlimited Gordo Maduro, if anybody else ever wants to send me a gift. Oh, I guess this won't be monetized because, God forbid, we can't have the tobacco, but people can have the weed plant on their stuff, and, well, the YouTubes are none the wiser. Anyway, I was wanting to try to do some of these laid back, vlog style things. This is about as, upscale as I get when it comes to technology. So I just kind of wanted to, test the waters a bit. Again, I'm not a big fan of politics here. In all honesty, the only reason I even keep up with politics in the first place is because, well, I'm a disabled veteran. My health care and my insurance and my family's insurance is kind of wrapped up into it, so I kind of give a damn about that. But when it comes down to it, I'm sorry, obsessing over the federal elections is boring as hell. Just to give you an idea, the local Board of Education just gave themselves a raise. And the people who I know who are stupidly astute to the modern day politics and such had no clue. They'll bitch about Trump day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out, but God forbid if they know what the local election was. And I'm not going to lie, it might have been a little racy here, but I had a family member who just assumed that our black mayor happened to be a Democrat. She wasn't. She was an independent. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, folks? It's good to see y'all. When Jesus comes back, I will have him come. Well, I let him come on my back. I'll probably see him in the front, but that's a interesting way to put it. Anyway, I was. I just never understood why people give a crap about the federal elections anyway. Our local election here, like I said, the Board of Education gave themselves a raise, and all the people who were bitching about Trump are none the wiser. It's fascinating to me. But no, I'm not focusing on I'm not focusing on politics here. I just kind of like talking about stuff that's meaningful, I think. At least to me, if y'all don't think it matters, then why not? It always bothered me when, like, I'll give you an example. My stepfather, he would trim the hedges, watch Fox News, read Bill O'Reilly. He would wash his truck, work on his bike, listen to Fox News, read Bill O'Reilly. I'm sorry, it's a little boring to me. I like doing what I like to call intellectual friction. Basically, it's reading stuff and looking at stuff that you know is diametrically opposed to you. Case in point, if you're a Christian, you ever thought about picking up the Quran? Just as a, exercise. Like, well, what do these folks believe? And I'm not going to listen to the experts over here on the interwebs. No, I'm going to look at it myself. That's what I try to do. Case in point, right now I'm reading the Satanic Bible by Anton LaVey. And if people don't know anything about Anton LaVey, he was basically an edgelord atheist who just was like, hey, look at me, I'm dancing around the devil outfit, And, seriously, it reads like an edgy teenager on r/atheists. But no, And if you don't like Christianity, fine. How about you just, glance over the Bible? Maybe even, and if you want a Reader's Digest condensed version, read the Gospel of St. Luke and the Book of Romans. And you owe it to yourself to at least read the King James version at least once in your life. There's nothing else like it. But I would say the NRSV is probably the best bet if you want a modern translation, a modern understanding of what's going on. Because you can't understand the Western world without even a poor understanding of, a poor understanding of the Bible. I'm sorry, you can't understand most of Shakespeare. You can't understand most of even modern stuff that's trying to be edgy, without a small understanding of the Bible. I would also say, maybe try to read like Richard Dawkins' The God Delusion. I'm not gonna lie, it's another edgy, ooh, look at me, I'm an atheist kind of thing. But it's fascinating to me because Dawkins is considered a highly intellectual person, And yet he still sounds like an edgelord on, r/atheists. On another note, I ended up reading a book called The Law by Frederick Bastiat. I thought about writing on it later on, but if you hate Ayn Rand because her books are way too long, Bastiat's your best bet. He basically condenses her 1,200 word stuff down to 60 pages-ish. And if you learn nothing from my rambling at this point, just, try that intellectual friction today, If you're a big watcher of CNN, check out a Fox News thing, at least just to test your thoughts. If you're a big reader of the Daily Wire, check out Political Playbook. I mean, you'll get a different view of the world is all I'm saying. And I think that's the beauty of having this magical device called a cell phone that you can use to access basically everything in the world. Use it to your advantage. Use it to learn. And hey, you never know. You might change your mind. Anyway, I think that's enough for right now. Thank you all for joining and, spending a small bit of your valuable time with me. And if you would, give me a subscribe, or not subscribe, well, give me a subscription here on the YouTube, but if you want to keep up with me, check me out at Just Correct on the X. And I hope you all have a very blessed rest of your day. Happy Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, Ash Wednesday's tomorrow, so make sure you're in there getting your ashes. Take care. God bless. Bye.